Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a rare story where an entitled individual, an individual that's a part of the protected class in our society, actually faces consequences for their reckless actions, okay? Because I've been covering stories for the longest time about how woke activists on the left believe that they can do anything because they have been coddled, okay? They've been told that they're special snowflakes and that any type of criticism of them can be met with violence, okay? They can do whatever they want. But finally, we're seeing at least one individual face some consequences for their actions, as we got to talk about a story involving a Starbucks barista, right, who happens to be trans, who accuses a female customer of being transphobic and then proceeding to knock the phone out of a person's hand who's recording this altercation that this person's having with this woman that he's accusing of being transphobic. This person has been fired by Starbucks. So without further ado, I actually want to play the video that is going viral so that you guys can understand what happened, and then we're going to talk about this person actually getting fired. So without further ado, roll the clip.
Absolutely not. Don't ever call me transphobic. Ever. You do not know me.
You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out.
Call me transphobic.
You are transphobic. Now get out.
I want a refund.
You're not having one, dude.
Listen.
Hi, get out.
Absolutely.
You are trespassing now.
They've got cameras.
You are trespassing.
We've
Get
got
out.
cameras.
Get out. You are trespassing.
Apparently, we said something transphobic.
You actually, you battered it.
Give me the phone. You want something? Give me the phone. Let go of me. Give me the phone. I've got plenty of witnesses. Give me the phone. I said, let go of me. Give me the phone.
You witnessed it. You do not stand up.
Just go through the police and get out.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, for the life of me, I don't understand why any of these corporations, these woke companies, would get in bed with these people, okay? I really don't get it. But Starbucks is really in bed with these people. I mean, they're out here paying for transition surgeries, okay? They're paying for transition surgery. So it's at the point now where trans people are literally getting jobs at Starbucks to fund their transitions, because Starbucks basically offers insurance for people who want to get these surgeries, right? So you got a whole lot of them working at Starbucks, and this is what you got to deal with, right? You got to deal with people who, again, have been coddled in society. You can't criticize them. You can't say you disagree with them, even when it comes to some of their more radical opinions, right? Can't disagree with them. And you really can't misgender them, right? If you misgender them, which is what happened in this situation right here, things like this happen where this employee confronts a customer for misgendering them when the person, in my opinion, I mean, they look masculine, right? So, this person probably called this person a he or whatever, and the person got upset, and the woman's like, hey, look, I mean, you look more masculine than feminine. I didn't know. Okay, how am I supposed to know? And then the employee goes to berate the woman and call the woman transphobic, and not only calls the woman transphobic, calls her Karen as well too, right? Calls her a slur. And in my head, I'm thinking the whole time, like, bruh, if I was an employer at these places, why would I hire these people? Seriously, I mean, they seem more like a liability than an asset, right? Because again, the argument is that, well, ultimately, if you be woke, okay, if you appear to support all these groups, you're going to make more money, at least in the long term. That's what a lot of these woke corporations think. That's why Bud Light took the chance and sponsored Dylan Mulvaney, because they're like, okay, well, if we appear to be on board with all this stuff, the young people are going to buy our product, right? And we're going to develop lifelong customers out of them. But again, it's a liability, right? It is a liability, because if you're a conservative company and you get in bed with these people, you face the possibility of a devastating boycott, like the one that Bud Light is experiencing right now. But if you're Starbucks and you're woke and you're in bed with these people to the point where you're employing them, right, at a mass scale, you're paying for their transition surgeries, you got to deal with this, right? You got to deal with them being misgendered because the rest of society is not going along with this stuff. And then they end up berating customers, right? They end up berating customers, calling them names, slurs, all types of stuff, and it ruins your brand, right? Why would I go get coffee at a Starbucks if I have to worry about potentially some trans employee being there and me ended up misgendering them for whatever reason, whether that be accidental or because, you know, I want to stick to facts and reality. And then you got to worry about potentially getting in a fight, right? That person going off on you, calling you names, calling you transphobic or whatever, because you misgendered them. Again, much more of a liability than an asset, in my opinion. But hey, Starbucks said, hey, we want to get in bed with these people, right? We want these people to work here and we want to deal with this. But in this situation right here, they decided that this person was a little bit too much and decided to fire the trans worker. So let's read about this. A transgender woman has been sacked by Starbucks after footage showed the worker berating a female customer and allegedly assaulting a man who filmed the incident. Well, I mean, this isn't allegedly assaulting. I mean, this person did assault the man, right? I mean, you can't go up to the man because he's filming and take his phone, okay? Probably won't be charged, right? Probably won't be put in jail or anything like that. This also took place in the UK as well, too. This took place in the UK so that you guys know exactly what this happened. The clash broke out at a Starbucks branch near the ferry terminal of Southampton, Hampshire on Sunday, April 30th. The 53-second clip shows the employee on the same side of the counter as the customer arguing with them. The person recording the incident said the woman had apparently said something transphobic to upset the employee, who angrily refuses to serve her. Footage shows the female customer saying, quote, "You're rude. Don't ever call me transphobic ever. You don't know me." Yeah. So again, this is what you got to deal with, right? This is what you got to deal with if you're a company, okay? You got to deal with stuff like this. Again, it's ridiculous. In response, the transgender woman says, quote, "You're calling me a man. You're being transphobic, Karen. Now get out." Karen is a derisive insult imported from the U.S., taking aim at white middle-aged women. Feminists have criticized it as a misogynistic term. The conversation heats up as the woman insists, quote, "Don't call me transphobic." The transgender employee then claps in the woman's face and denies her request for a refund, adding, quote, "You are transphobic. Now get out." Again, kicking out customers over misgendering. Absolutely amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. The footage prompted heavy criticism on social media, with many users copying in Starbucks' Twitter handle and demanding answers. Australian women's activist Sal Grover shared the clip on Twitter and wrote, quote, "When women see men who they think they're women in female spaces, they often get themselves out as quickly as possible." Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of backlash here that this person is getting. And Starbucks basically ended up firing this person, okay? Let's see this. A Starbucks spokesman said the licensee has confirmed that the partner employee no longer works at the company. Starbucks has no tolerance for behavior of this kind, and we are very sorry for the experience that this customer had. Yeah, sure. Right, yeah, sure. Again, this is something that's going to be all too commonplace at Starbucks. I've seen videos of transgender Starbucks baristas losing their minds because they've been misgendered. Again, you would think that the company would realize, hey, you know what? Maybe there's too much liability when it comes to getting on board with this woke train. Maybe we might want to pull back on some of this, right? Maybe we shouldn't be out here trying to fund these people getting surgery, so therefore they're incentivized to want to get jobs at our company, and then they act like this towards our customers who, you know, want to adhere to facts and reality. But hey, it's not my business, right? Starbucks, again, their executives, they believe they know what they're doing, right? Just like they believe they knew what they were doing when they supported BLM in the Antifa riots. And now they had to turn around and close a bunch of their stores in a lot of these neighborhoods and these cities where, you know, these people have committed crimes and committed so many crimes and vandalism of the stores that they've had to close down, right? So again, you know, hey, these people, the people at the top of Starbucks, you would think that they would at some point understand that there are consequences to getting in bed with these woke revolutionaries, whether it be the race hustlers that eventually turn on you and vandalize and destroy your stores, right, in these inner liberal cities, or the gender activists where, you know, you hire them and then they turn around and they berate your customers because they got misgendered. Again, you know, I don't understand why these companies want to go woke so bad. Doesn't seem very profitable to me, but who knows? Maybe it is, right? Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe Starbucks is rolling in the dough. Can't tell, but maybe they are. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.